Hello, and welcome to the ONI Tools Encounter Generator tutorial. Here I'll describe the rules on generating encounters, then I'll explain how you can apply them to the tool itself, and I'll even provide a little example to make it a bit clearer. So let's say my players are trying to travel from Neverwinter down to Elturel. Now they know a boat is the fastest way to get there, but they don't want to dock in the dangerous ports of Baldur's Gate, so they decide to sail down to Daggerford, travel down the tradeway until about the Fields of the Dead, and then walk through the hills the rest of the way. In my sort of homebrew rules, this example would have three routes, as I call them, or routes, however you want to pronounce them. A route would be each type of terrain that they cover. In this example, the first one would be the seafaring route overseas, then down the tradeway, and then through the hills of the Fields of the Dead. Now let's go to the tool to see how we can apply this. In number of routes, we would put 3, and this gives me 3 rows of inputs, one for each route. Now let's go through these inputs and see what they mean. This one here is the environment that they cover. This is pretty standard to the 5e rules, except for this one that I added if your players are traveling on a boat. This next one is pretty self-explanatory. This is just the number of days that your players spend on said route. The final one is the risk percentage. The riskier a route is, the more likely a random encounter is to occur on any given day. So let's go through with my first example now. Now they would be seafaring, sailing down to Daggerford. Let's say 5 days and 30%. Let's go with it. Not too safe, but also not dangerous. And there we go. Voila, we have our encounters. In this case, there's only one, but we have them. And if you want to see what this encounter is, the description, just click on it, and there we go. We have our little description right here. Now I just repeat the steps for all 3 routes. Let's say they're traveling down the trade route. Let's say 21 days. So that's pretty risky. Why not? There we go. Boom. And now we have the second leg of our route. And finally, hills, 4 days and 30%. And there we go. That is our whole journey. Now for some extras. Let's say I've run one of these encounters before. Let's say for this one, for example. I've already run this, or I've read through it, and because I'm not the best writer, you don't like it. So I say, all right, I want a new one. I just click this button right here, and voila, I have another one. And let's say I don't like this one, and just do it again. And you can do this as many times as you like, and you'll get a new one each time, or as many times as I wrote down. There's not a lot of encounters so far. Maybe in future I'll add some more. And also, just another point is that you can have multiple routes of the same environment with different risk percentages. So to make it clear, for example, let's say your players are traveling through a forest. Now, the outer fringes might be pretty safe, but as they travel deeper, the forest becomes infested with beasts and elves and strange phenomena. In this case, I would have, let's say, 2 routes. Both of them would be the same. They would both be forests. But, for example, let's say 3 days each. Why not? This one would be only 15%, but this one would be 50%. So this one, nothing is bound to happen. But this one, you might get an encounter or 2. So that's the rules. I guess that's all for now. Goodbye, and enjoy the website.